My bitch done won one. Rukia for the win, baby. So as you can tell from the intro, I'm pretty hyped that Rukia won. She defeated Asnodt. Seemingly, it's not still confirmed. I'm still going to be a little skeptical regarding the actual end of this fight because it could possibly be that he breaks out of it at the end of the chapter and, you know, he's gonna go vault standing and fuck shit up. Now, it's an iffy situation with this one because on one half, Rukia definitely needed to defeat Asnodt in order to redeem herself, first of all, and also to develop. I mean, first of all, she went down to the Zero Division, and, you know, the Zero Division, they must be serving something great down there because those motherfuckers are coming back. First Renji, now Rukia coming down here all strong and shit is like, whatever they serving down at the Zero Division, give me a little bit because that shit is like some OP magical shit. I'm hype as ever that Rukia won. I truly am. My bitch done won one. I love this character. It's one of my favorite characters. However, I will say this. Two complaints that I have regarding the fight. First of all, I felt as though it was too quick. I felt as though this definitely should have been a lot longer. I mean, if this is indeed the end of the fight, which again, it's still iffy there, so, you know, this could go either way in the next chapter or whatever, but if this is indeed the end, then it's kind of like, well, Renji and this luchador Krusty had this long-ass fight, which I wasn't that big of a fan of the fight, aside from seeing Renji own motherfuckers, because it's like, yo, Renji came back with a vengeance and, like, beat shit on Renji's part. But this fight, this is something really interesting. It's like, first of all, Rukia, a lot of things riding on this one. First of all, she wants her vengeance. Second of all, we got to see her develop. And finally, Rukia redeemed herself and just overall developed into a beast-ass warrior. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, this was way too short. Like, she owned the living fuck out of him in this chapter, and it was just like, holy shit, you know, she went negative degrees, and I'm curious if that'll have any effect on her body being able to do that. Will she be like, you know, get some after effects of it? Because, I mean, negative 250 degrees. So that's making me curious on that aspect. But at the same time, it's just like, this fight was definitely way too short, and I also feel as though it was a bit one-sided. I would have liked to see a little bit more from Asnod's part, because at the end of the day, you look at it, Asnodt was the one that defeated Byakuya. So you gotta look at it like, yo, even though it's Beast, and it's showing that, like, the Zero Division, they serving some great Cocoa Puffs down there, regardless of what, it should have been a little bit more to it. And again, this is me assuming that the fight is over based on the end of the chapter and what it looks like it's, you know, seemingly done. If there is more to this fight, then I gotta take back most of what I say. So this is, again, me going off what the chapter seemingly is, and that's that the fight is over. I mean, because if Asnodt does come back, he does unfreeze himself somehow, he's gonna have to come back with a vengeance and, like, go wall standing and whip some ass. But regardless of what, I still want to see Rukia win this battle. I guess another problem I have with this chapter as far as, like, the fight goes, and again, these are small nitpicks or whatever, but I definitely am not a fan, and this has been a thing in Bleach in general, when they reveal the extent of their powers and everything about it, because let's just say right now, Baz B is standing right there behind them, where he can hear what's going on. All he has to do is say, oh yeah? Well, I'm a fire guy. My fire is the hottest ever. So you might think you're going to be freezing yourself down. I'm going to warm you up, baby. So, like, definitely not a fan of that as well. It's kind of like, I like it when series like, let's just say Hunter x Hunter, when the narrator tells you what the power is. That way it's not causing any conflict or any friction within the in-canon story. So it's kind of like, yeah, she's telling him everything, but at the same time, if there's somebody around, then it'll backfire on her. Like with Asnodt, at the same time, he could come up with something like, okay, your body's that frozen, I just gotta increase the intensity of the fear, or something along the lines of that. So it's like, not a big fan of her describing what's going on and what is she doing. I wish she would have just did it and maybe the narrator could tell us what was going on. Because if Baz B comes along, he might fuck her shit up. But aside from that, this chapter does do some amazing things for Rukia. It shows that she's developed. Even if she didn't win the fight, even if she didn't defeat this guy, Asnodt, it still shows that she's gotten a lot stronger, she's gotten a lot wiser, she can plan, she can strategize, and she came back with a vengeance. She came back to avenge her brother, Byakuya Kuchiki, and I'm like, hells fucking yeah, Kubo finally making up for some shit that he did, and hopefully she just doesn't get, like, cheated out of this fight. I wouldn't mind if Asnodt came back. I wouldn't mind if Asnodt came back and fucking dominated and just went ball standing and was owning her left and right. But I think at the end of the day, if this fight even continues, Rukia should still win, even if it's by a slither of a hair, just because this is what her character needs for a finale. I mean, this is the end. Do you want Rukia to, in the end, have to once again either be saved by Byakuya, be saved by somebody else? No. Rukia should win this one on her own accord, with her own power. So in essence, if this is indeed the end of the fight, it was too quick. It was too one-sided, and also she shouldn't have been spouting out her abilities. However, regardless of what, in the end of the day, it does add to Rukia's character and does show how badass and strong she's become. And I mean, as a fan of Rukia and anybody that is a fan of the character, we can just appreciate the fact that she's getting some redemption. It's like, yeah, she lost in the full ring arc, she came back with a vengeance, she owned this dude's ass. So overall, I still gotta say this was some very good shit as far as just character development, Rukia getting stronger, and hopefully we get another big battle with her. If this is indeed the end, which I gotta keep saying this because it could still go, you know, even though at the end it seems as though he's freezing and the narration says as he freezes, so it could be the end, but if it isn't the end, then okay, we got more. But if it is indeed the end, then great character development for Rukia. That's the best thing I could put. And also a badass fight. Give this bad boy 8.5 out of 10. Some small nitpicks, couple things, should have been longer, should have been more to it, but still, Rukia for the motherfucking win. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that the fight was perfect? Do you think that there was no flaws with it? Do you think that maybe she should have one-sided him because of that Cocoa Puffs that they serving down at the Zero Division? Or do you think, you know, what is your take on this fight? And also, do you think that Rukia is above captain level? If she indeed defeated Asnodt, then she is definitely above captain level, similar to Renji. And it's like, I need to get my ass down to the Zero Division. That's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Rukia Kuchiki, baby. My girl going in, kicking ass. And I love ForneverWorld. And as always, people, have an awesome day.